To everyone, welcome to LTX classes, and I wish everyone to go for the Hindu analysis of prelims oriented exclusive classes of LTX classes. If you are yet not a subscriber to LTX classes channel, please subscribe, where we shall be providing very important things related to UPSC in a very easy and lucid manner. Clear? So the Hindu analysis prelim oriented exclusive classes be discussed in this class. Fine. So today date 13/8/2022 and the articles are going to be discussed by Srinivas. Okay, first of all we shall deal the yesterday's prelims based question and we shall try to answer that, and I wish everyone to participate. Clear? Look the question, take 1 second gap and put the answer where, and I am going to discuss the answer right now. Coming to our MCQ today, check the question. Consider the following statements. Clear? Consider the following statements. We are picking one article from this class and we are going to deal the question. Consider the following statements. First statement: all the UNSC, both permanent plus non-permanent members, assent is required. Assent is required. Are you getting? So all the UNSC, both permanent and non-permanent members, assent is required to declare the individual as international terrorist. Clear? As international terrorist. In this UNSC sanctions committee, only individuals can be designated. So here choose the correct option. That is, take only 1, B only 2, C both, and D none. See, are you getting? So consider the following statements. All the UNSC, both permanent and non-permanent members, assent is required to declare the individual as international terrorist, and in this UNSC sanctions committee, sanctions committee, only individuals can be designated as international terrorist. So choose the correct option. Only 1, only 2, both, none. Clear? See, I have clearly explained all the important provisions in UNSC sanctions committee, right? So I think you can able to answer this question, and I wish everyone to participate and try to put the answers in the comment box where I shall be reviewing your answers. Clear? Yes. So this is the question, right? So I am going to tell the answer. That is, see here, all the UNSC, both permanent and non-permanent members, assent is required to declare the individuals, right? No, only permanent members declaration or assent is sufficient. Even though some non-permanent members are not accepting, as they don't have any veto power, then we can look over it. Okay, but that is not a big deal. Clear? So the statement 1 is wrong, and the statement 2, in this UNSC sanctions, only individuals? No, not only individuals, but also the whole organization can also be sanctioned. So second statement is also wrong, and the answer is D, none. Okay, yes, we shall go for today's topics. Let's check our articles to be explored. Avoid unilateral action to alter the Taiwan status quo, says India. and center to file the review petition on eco-sensitive zones in Supreme Court and global instability posing challenge to national security and Essential Commodities Act invoked to rein in the turdals and government to enumerate people who clean sewers. Clear? These are the very important articles that are very relevant for UPSC scheme of examination. So that's why we have taken all these things and we just want to cover in very detailed manner. Clear? Yes. So let's take the look after every article. So look into our article, avoid unilateral action to alter the Taiwan status quo, says India. Clear? India is clearly asking its friend China to not to do anything that violates the status quo. Clear? This article is very important from GS to international relations perspective. Clear? GS to international relations perspective, and we can understand and we have to clearly analyze why India right now coming and asking its neighbor not to change any of the status quo action. First of all, unilateral action means action taking from single-sidedness. Clear? If any actions taken by China without any Taiwan actions, it is gross violation. These are the words of India. So it asks its neighbor to avoid unilateral action to alter means change, to change the Taiwan status quo. So that you have to first understand, you should know what is the status quo. The status quo here means the one China policy. What is this one China policy? During the civil war in China in the times of 1940s. Okay, so in 1940s, when the king shifted from the democratic king, actually shifted from mainland China to Taiwan, as the popularity of Mao Zedong, and CPI party is rising. Sorry, that is Communist Party of China. Clear? So as the Communist Party is increasing its influence, then Kuomintang Party as actually the leader shifted from mainland China to Taiwan. Clear? At that time, during the times of 1950s, Taiwan was given representation in United Nations as its king and its leader, Kuomintang Party leader, shifted his base from China to Taiwan. Okay, initially this was the position. As the world grows, everyone started acknowledging the freedom of China and the importance of mainland China, and immediately they given the position in United Nations from Taiwan to China. At that time, China brought this one China policy, which shows that the world has to accept there is only one China, and that China is in mainland China and Taiwan is the integral part of mainland China. But of course, China accepted the freedom given to Taiwan. China clearly said, we are not going to indulge you, or we are not going to use any force against you unless you changes your position. Clear? And during the times of 1950s, by the time China got its independence in 1949, it has given assurance that unless Taiwan acts in any manner, we are not going to occupy the Taiwan. Clear? So this is the issue. So that's why at global stage, every day China asks its friends and its neighbors to subscribe for one China policy. If any country subscribes for one China policy, it has to officially maintain the diplomatic relations and the embassy has to be in Chinese capital. Clear? So if anyone want to go with Taiwan, they have to shift its base from mainland China to Taiwan, and China is not going to treat them as their friend. Clear? So as of now, more than 170 countries accepts this policy of one China policy. I think I made this clear, right? But yes. So then why and what is happening? That is, as India coming out and asking its neighbor to not to change the present status quo. Clear? Something happened in this last month, that is US Lok Sabha or US lower house speaker, that is Nancy Pelosi, arrived Taiwan. Clear? Arrived Taiwan 10 days back despite Chinese strong opposition. So this is the reason why China is showing its angriness or aggressiveness over Taiwan. Why? Because China want to show its strength in East Asian nations and in the eastern part, but USA want to control the Pacific Ocean, as its immediate neighbors like Japan and Australia are very close friends to US, and Taiwan is also getting its protection under the umbrella of China. So under the umbrella of USA. So USA Speaker Nancy Pelosi arrived Taiwan despite the strong opposition from the China. Clear? So to counter that, China done military drills in the 6 regions around Taiwan. Clear? So practically enforcing a naval blockade in these regions. Clear? So that is why, and it want to show its muscle power by flexing its muscles, okay, by showing Chinese vessels and jets is actually crossing the median line of the Taiwan Strait. Clear? And the missiles were also flown over Taiwan to make fear Taiwan. Sir, then how Taiwan responded? Taiwan did not submitted its submissiveness. Clear? Taiwan just want to maintain the present relations, and Taiwan did not show that. Actually, it got feared because of Chinese military drills. It is clearly saying that if anything happens to Taiwan, our friends like USA is going to support us, and we are not taking any fear of acts of China. But at world stage, if anything happens, like any war situation happens between China and Taiwan, at global level, the disturbances will repercute, means the disturbances will be felt all over the world, as right now China is the leading exporter of most of the products to the world. Again, the supply chains will be disturbed and the whole things might get into the disturbance stage. So India wishes for peace and tranquility in this area. Clear? So it is asking its neighbor to not to change the position, and China even asked India what its position, and Indian ministers and the Indian officials officially said that there is nothing to reiterate our position. Of course, we subscribe for one China policy and no need to mention it again and again. Sir, why India is telling so? See, clearly two things are happening at this stage between India and China. First one is, in yesterday's news analysis also, we are discussing regarding Ashgar, JM Deputy Chief. He needs to be sanctioned under UNSC 1373 committee, UN sanctions committee. He needs to be designated as international terrorist, right? So to make it possible, China's support is needed. So India is carefully crafting its lines to make China to cool on this issue. And next, and recently in Sri Lanka also, Chinese naval ship actually came to Hambantota port. Initially, Sri Lanka denied that any Chinese naval vessels have come, but sources proved us, and after that immediately Sri Lanka also conceded and accepted that yes, some Chinese naval ships have come, but they have come only to satisfy the logistics issue and nothing their involvement of any strategic issues. But these might be some normal things, but for India the situation should be observed from very close eyes, as the Sri Lanka is very near to India and the Chinese naval ship presence at the sphere of India is very dangerous to India's position in Indian Ocean. As of now, India holds greater position and significance in Indian Ocean, and India want to maintain its strategic position in Indian Ocean. But if Chinese ships come and arrive into these positions, these will alter the present position of India. To get the things in both these issues, India want to make China that yes, we are accepting Chinese status quo of one China policy, and in the same way we do accept or expect that China is going to accept the UNSC sanctions committee regarding Ashgar, and Sri Lanka issue be also dealt in a very peaceful and cool manner. Are you getting? So these are the things in international relations that is happening at the world stage and which are very relevant for India and very relevant for UPSC. Most of the things might happen in international relations, but we just require only important things which are very relevant for India. Clear? Otherwise we just no need to go in detail about those articles except reading on the top of the page. Clear? So but these articles are very important to understand the situations. Clear? India is accepting one China policy because it want to get concessions regarding these two issues. Clear? So international stage, the friends and neighbors actually shifts. So in international relations also it clearly says that there are no permanent friends in the international relations. Clear? Yes, everyone takes the opportunity and everyone wants to subscribe it, but as of now India is subscribing for one China policy as it does not want to change the present position and does not want to enter into the crisis situation with China. Clear? Yes, and right. Okay, I think I have made everything clear, and now we are going for the next article. See, this is the article. Center to file the review petition on eco-sensitive zones in Supreme Court. To make this clear, and I'll come from the background and you would get the whole things in clear manner. Clear? So see, this article is very important from GS3 environment perspective, right? GS3 environment. Clear? So first of all, please take a look at this picture. This is in Idukki district in Kerala, where it is showing the greenery, the beauty and the worldly thing of the Western Ghats. Clear? Yes. So first of all, as this is the environmental article, everything related to environment comes here, right? So you should know few things. First, there is one term that is called eco-sensitive. Clear? Eco-sensitive. First of all, why this is called eco-sensitive? Means these areas are fully equipped with ecology. Clear? So the ecology of this area is very sensitive to the changes. Clear? See, you have seen the Idukki districts in Western Ghats. What if any of the mining company comes here? If any of the mining company comes here, the whole picture would be looked into very sand gravel manner by exploiting the mineral resources in that area. The whole things will go in vain, right? The natural beauty, the scenic beauty, the environmentalness, everything goes vain, right? And you know, the Western Ghats are very rich in floral diversity, means more number of plants and animals are there in that Western Ghats. Clear? So Western Ghats are also in the name of hotspots. Clear? A hotspot is a region where much number of floral diversity exists in that region. Clear? So that is why this article is very important to make us understand the things. Clear? So then eco-sensitive zones means the ecology of that area are very sensitive for the human habitations and human existing things. Clear? So that's why, see, so that's why everyone, environmental minister, the government and everyone tries to maintain the important areas of forest. See, for that they want to create the buffer zone. Clear? So see, you would understand this. See, take this is the important forest area. So right now government want up to 10 kilometers, up to 10 kilometers states can declare something as the eco-sensitive zones. Eco-sensitive zones, because they would act they would act as the buffers. They would act as the buffer. Buffer means if more population comes into this area, if we try to make this area very greenery to support and protect the internal forest region or very biodiversity regions, these would act as the stoppage points. Clear? Government can check the activities of people in eco-sensitive zones. This is the previous era's views, but right now Supreme Court clearly mandated 1 kilometers definite keeping of this buffer zone. At least 1 kilometer should be there for every important national park, wildlife sanctuaries. For national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, at least 1 kilometer buffer zone should be maintained. Clear? So these are the words. Then what is the option? There is no option except doing that. But see, the eco-sensitive zones in the perspectives of environment, definitely these are important. Why? Because they would act as high transition zones and protect the internal environments. There are many prohibited activities in these eco-sensitive zones, like commercial mining, industries which causes pollution, large hydroelectric projects. All these are completely prohibited, but few regulated activities are allowed, like few felling number of trees and establishment of hotels, or if electrical wires have to be passed in these areas. All these are regulated activities, but few activities are permitted in eco-sensitive zones, like rainwater harvesting, organic farming, horticultural practices and use of renewable energy sources are completely accepted. Why I am telling? Because the UPSC prelims based questions might come in this way. What are the prohibited activities? What are the regulated activities? And what are the permitted activities also? Are you getting? So that is the reason why I am coming with this article. Clear? All these are important. So as recently Supreme Court asked for compulsory maintenance of at least 1 kilometer for each national park and wildlife sanctuaries, and the mainly everyone accepted except Kerala. Clear? So you would get why Kerala did not like this. Why? Because the state of Kerala right now, it is telling that the whole forest region in the Kerala is somewhere around 40%. Clear? And nearly 30% of Western Ghats also exists in Kerala, which shows that there are huge number of national parks and protected forest regions in the state of Kerala. If we keep on maintaining 1 kilometer for every area, we don't get enough space to maintain our population. Why? See, if any area is declared as eco-sensitive zones, all the human habitations have to be closed. See, here they have mentioned, right, section 44A and section 44E of the judgment, clear? So that is the reason why Union Minister is also asking Kerala, simply coming that, see, we have great density of population per kilometer, more number of people lives in Kerala, as there is crisis in the area that where people can construct their houses, because of we are giving huge importance for environment. Of course we give huge environmental importance, but according to the Supreme Court judgment, human habitations have to be cleared in eco-sensitive zones, clear? And Supreme Court clearly taking that it is because of human involvement forests are losing its virginity, clear? But to our knowledge, that is because of tribal people and traditional dwellers, these are the persons who are actually maintaining the pure virgin form of forest intact, clear? We have to understand and we have to get that right. So this is very important to make us understand the things. But as of now, Supreme Court come in this way, and Kerala coming with this argument, and Kerala requested central government to file the review petition on taking of these things. Central government willing to ask the Supreme Court to review its argument again, clear? So that is the reason why the article has come. I think I made this very clear about the eco-sensitive zones. But you just want to know something. Sir, is this eco-sensitive zones declared as statutory things? No, the eco-sensitive zones were nowhere mentioned. Actually, we just come with eco-sensitive zones under Environmental Protection Act of 1986. Clear? Environmental Protection Act 1986. The Environmental Protection Act needs to be changed, clear? So that is, so see, actually right now we are taking this from Environmental Protection Act, but there is no mandatory from this act to maintain the same. So everyone is willing that this Environmental Protection Act 1986 might be changed to provide some benefits for Kerala, as the state is already supporting for the environmental cause. Any of the mandatory provisions might affect the tourism sector, might affect the tribal population who are living in the forest regions, clear? So these are the words of most of the environmental experts, clear? So that is why we have taken this article, and please try to remember section 44A and section 44E of Supreme Court judgment is going to be filed for review petition in the Supreme Court, clear? Yes, and right now we are just going for the other article. And next, check our next article. Global instability posing challenge to national security, clear? Global instability posing challenge to national security. This article is very important from GS to international relations perspective. Sir, why it is important? Here clearly External Affairs Minister and the other officials related to dealing with external affairs are telling that the globe is in not in stable condition, it is in unstable condition, clear? So it is challenging the national security of India, clear? So that's why here I have picked up this article to make you understand the things, why it is creating the national threat. Because of Russia-Ukraine war, the essential commodities like the prices of oil soared up, means it increased. So it is creating current account deficit for India. It is a national security issue. And after that, because of war situation, the prices of the important commodities like infrastructure, like oil, steel, metals, and very important products like semiconductors got affected because of insecurity, okay, because of insecurity at this European region, clear. And the war also affected the trade and the food inflation also got increased, clear. So to protect our interest, we have to support both the nations, and we just want to wish for the peaceful close of that aggressiveness of Russia, clear. As of now, we did not take any of the stand towards any of the countries. We are asking both countries to leave the path of to leave the path of violence, and we are encouraging everyone to take the routes of talks, clear, in a peaceful manner. So this is the responsible and the prudent and sensible government stand that India is taking, clear. Yes, of course. And here it is also saying that because of increasing inflation of USA, most of the investments are also moving out of India. So this is also creating the national security issue. Sir, how these to be treated as the national security issues? See, national security is something which actually threats the existence or any of the issues of India, clear. So if any investments want to come to India, they are actually not coming, because at the world stage there is instability. We don't know which country enters into the war with any country, so that they might lose their investments. These are the problems for most of the companies. So that is the reason companies are not coming with proper investments. If investments are not coming to countries like India, the development may take much delay, clear. Are you able to interlink from the war situations of Russia Ukraine with the delay in growth in countries like India? So in this way you have to increase your perspective, and you have to interlink the things at international stage, how some things are at the world stage are giving much more importance for national security of India. Are you getting? If any question comes also, you have to able to understand the interlinking things, clear. So this is the reason that I just want to make you clear how these articles needs to be read and how these articles needs to be integrated, clear. Yes. So okay, we shall go for our next article. Take our next article, that is Essential Commodities Act invoked to rein in Turdal prices, clear. So first of all, this article is very important from GS3 economy perspective, GS3 economy, and after that it is also important from GS2 polity perspective, clear. First of all, see, regarding dals, India uses the most of the pulses, clear. Tur dal is a essential product for most of the houses, clear. Maximum of our food products might be linked some way in other to the tur dal, clear. It might be from pickles or any of the food items that we use in our regular diet pattern, clear. So because of natural calamities in the production states like Karnataka, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, the production of tur dal took hit. So because, as see how economy linked, if production comes down and demand increases, the prices of the products automatically gets hiked. To make this more profit, how the business persons do actually, they'll create the artificial inavailability of product, because of this artificial making of the things, the prices might take much higher. See, initially if tur dal is 80 rupees, right now the price is in 100, but the illegal shopkeepers want to keep it in godowns and storehouses, want to increase further from 100 to 130 rupees per kg. Are you getting? They want to eat most of the hard working income of normal people. To control all these things, government uses generally one act, that is the Essential Commodities Act. Essential Commodities Act of 1955, which empowers both central and state government to declare few products at the time of crisis and necessary as the important essential commodities. If any product is kept under essential commodities, the shopkeepers have to regularly give notice to the Ministry of Consumer Affairs regarding the stockholds of that products. If stockhold products are completely put in central database, central government can make a clear observation about the passage and the product, how the product reaches and everything. Clear? So these are very important as of now, and you should know the importance of essential commodities, and I have come this. Under this, if any shopkeeper illegally stores the products, their shop might be seized and all the products will be taken by the respective officials and they would be penalized under various sections also. Clear? As the prices are increasing, government is also checking to give its buffer stock from FCI, Food Corporation of India, to the market to ease the prices, and it is also in the involvement of speaking with other nations regarding the availability of the products with them. Clear? So India right now wants to import the product to ease the domestic availability of the product. Clear? So in this article you are seeing that if prices of the any products increases, government would come under the Essential Commodities Act, as these are very essential for every household in their daily diet pattern. If the prices of these products increases, they don't find any alternative except purchasing the product from their pockets by paying the huge difference. Government does not want to make the people to worry more, so that's why government will come under these provisions like essential commodities, where from the central level to the down level it is going to verify the market, the availability of the product and the daily demand and the daily supply in the market. Clear? It checks each of the product, and it gives more powers to Ministry of Consumer Affairs to check the godowns and the shops of the big wholesale markets. Clear? Yes, this is the article, and now we are going for our next article. Look into this. Next, this article is very important. Government to enumerate people who clean sewers. Clear? So here the ministry, okay, there is one ministry, and first of all this article is very important from GS to social justice perspective. Clear? GS to social justice. Clear? And now see, government to enumerate means it want to put the names in the important list. Government to enumerate people who clean sewers. First of all, you should know the distinction between sewer cleaners and manual scavengers. Fine. There is one ministry which looks after these things, that is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment looks after the important things. So here it is, see, it is the sewer cleaners and the manual scavengers. The manual scavengers are the person who actually take the human excreta with their hands and they clean the sanitary things of a household and the normal public sanitary things. Government want to clear all these things and it want to rehabilitate the manual scavengers. Government want to rehabilitate manual scavengers. Why? It goes against the dignity of every individual if any person cleans the human discretions with their hands. Right now government want to use the mechanized products rather cleaning with their hands. Clear? So government want to go manual, scavengers needs to be rehabilitated. Clear? So that's why central government have come with national action plan. National action plan for mechanized mechanized sanitation, mechanized sanitation ecosystem, that is Namaste. Clear? Fine. National action plan for mechanized sanitation ecosystem, Namaste was there, and there is also the other rehabilitation scheme for manual scavengers, that is see self-employment scheme for rehabilitation of manual scavengers. Clear? This is the scheme, rehabilitation of manual scavengers. They would be provided some skills where they can go for self-employment rather working as the manual scavengers. If anyone want to do this work only, they would be provided the mechanized products under subsidies, and government also uses its fund to provide the interest rates free also. Clear? There are many things which provide this, but right now government want to enumerate the issues of sewer cleaners. Why? Because sewer cleaners are very different from manual scavengers. Manual scavengers actually take human discretions, but the sewer cleaners go down into that sewers and they would clean the clogs in between the tubes and everything. Clear? So these persons taking the routes of very dangerous routes, and you have seen here one person is in sewer cleaner, he is a sewer cleaner and he is cleaning the sewer. Clear? So he might be taking the risk of his life and cleaning the sewers for the purpose of humans. Clear? So government want to enumerate them, and government also willing to provide the rehabilitation service for the sewer cleaners, or at least the mechanized things for the sewer cleaners, so that they can use these products for their effectiveness. Clear? So this is the article. Yes. So let's see the question of the day. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. So first option, that is C, eco sensitive zones are not mandatory under Environmental Protection Act. Environmental Protection Act 1986. And second one, rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting and horticulture is the permitted activity. Is the permitted activity in eco sensitive zones. Clear? So this is the question, and choose the correct option. Choose the correct option. Only 1B, only 2C, both and D, none. I think you have seen this question, that is, consider the following statements. Eco-sensitive zones are not mandatory under Environmental Protection Act of 1986 and rainwater harvesting is the permitted activity in eco-sensitive zones. So I wish everyone to take the time and put the answer in the comment box where I shall be reviewing it.